when you wake up, you realize that outwardly things don't really change in a kind of way, and yet they're all transformed inside me in the way that I see. Because I used to see them with judgment, I used to see them with all kind of measurements, and now I see them in my oneness. But a tree still looks like a tree. A yucca and an orange tree are both trees, but they still have their distinguishing features. That doesn't need to go. That has not been an offense. That doesn't mean that, the self is not one because orange tree looks different from yucca tree. No, the oneness is not the oneness necessarily in shape, but the oneness in being. You see, it is just like that. It's not a oneness in shape. We all can continue being varied and different in expression, but we are one in essence. This is what you're discovering. And this essence can still wear a unique form. Suppose you like pasta but not rice, and you wake up. You think you're going to suddenly like rice? Because you're the one? No, you may, in your dynamic portrait, still like what you like. And somebody goes, oh, but you're not universal because you like things and you have choice. You see, this is foolishness, you see. You can still have your unique, you will still recognize your family in your dynamic world, and you still have a relationship, actually a much improved relationship. Always from your side, sometimes not always from their side initially, but as they come to see actually beyond projection and misconceptions, to see you as you have become and what you have discovered, they will begin to recognize the beauty you are. If they can recognize the beauty you are, it's because they are recognizing the beauty they are. Automatically it happens like that. It's not about becoming a clan. It's not about becoming a particular religious, we all behave like the same. That's not what sameness means. And it's not even have to be sameness, it's oneness. And the oneness allows that every petal on this flower is unique. When you don't understand that, you're trying to make the machine, everything is the same. This is not understanding. So great is the Lord of the universe. He can make billions of these, like this. We are thinking with the mind how human mind is so clumsy, especially when it is restricted by egoic identity. So I'm sharing with you like this, because it's inside what you ask. It's good that we open it up, see what things is good to know, so that when you come to the recognition, it is not that you are in some tight place. It's immeasurable place. How to stabilize here? How to stabilize here? First, you must recognize here. When you recognize here, then you may stabilize here. You must first recognize what it means. Then you can stabilize. You cannot stabilize in something you don't know. Once you recognize, then you say, even though I know now, it's like I know, but somehow I'm still surviving as the one who knows. This is very subtle, but stay with me. I know, but I'm still holding on to the one who knows. So I'm not yet that which I know. I'm just the knower of that. It's subtle or not? You see, and then because I'm still the knower, I could become the non-knower again. If the mind comes again and I find myself in the person, then I find myself in the position of trying to get back to where I was. I'm trying to get back to the infinite. Can you help me? Then exactly where are you? Outside of the infinite. I'll send you some GPS to tell you how to get back to the infinite, how you get back to the infinite. What happens is that you went back into the dream of the finite, which exists inside the infinite. Is it too complex what I'm speaking with you? Because we just have to become a little bit more subtle to find the blind spots which keep creating a sense that you are separate, and to expose them. You cannot see the knower, you can see the seeker. If the real knower is the ultimate, even if you want to say, is even the ultimate called a knower even? Please listen, because we are in a higher place to listen. Can even the ultimate be called a knower? Because if it's a knower, then it's something other than itself to know. Higher than knowing is being. What is being? We can say that being is your untaught way, your intuitive knowing that you exist. You don't need someone to tell you you exist. You just know. You didn't go to the I exist school. You automatically know you exist. But as what do you exist? This knower just intuitively knows, but it doesn't have to know something. I mean, the minute you start to know something in a way, then it's like it's different from you. You are the knower of it. You're not it. It's not just words. It's the secret that is not a secret unto itself. It's a secret in the mind of the one who wants to know. But for that which is, it has no secret. It has nothing to expose and nothing to become. The mind can try, it can imagine, but the fact is that even the mind trying is perceived in it. Maybe you see, you've always been the self. You don't realize. You have always been the self, even when you think you're a person. The greatest part of your experience is the self. And what is that? What is it? Is the vastness in you that exists without knowing. It just is. It's what gives you the sense of existence. The rest is just what you learned, and then you believed, and you've developed relationship somehow, because in order to be in this manifest, no, it's like the absolute, which is not somewhere else, somehow creates the sense of a conscious presence that really came as a witness to the world. The enjoyer also is there. But then quickly it identified with the instrument which it needs to taste experiencing, and say, I am this body, and then whatever conditioning this body environmentally was exposed to becomes the construct of your own idea of yourself. And that became strongly believed in. And is this painful for you to hear? No. Okay, so it's that instrument, but even though it's delusions and illusions came into it, but the greatest, well, in fact, it's still 100% the self. A funny thing to tell you. It's 100% the self is there, but with a dream that makes it believe it's a person. And it will keep on dreaming. But the dream cannot exist without the reality. The reality is behind it. Your intuitive sense of yourself. This is why when I asked you in the invitation to leave all the things that you normally associate with the function of a person, Leave the thoughts and your identity and your projections about the future and your wants and your attachments. Leave them just for a little bit. And you could, and you can, and you did. When you did all of these things, what remained? You cannot speak about it. Did it come from somewhere? No, it was always there. It is there behind the person, always is there. Now I ask you to leave the personal things just aside for a minute. All the personal thing, what was here? What is here? You're even more you. Without the story, without the desire, without the attachment, without the need. You are totally present. Did it come from somewhere? No, it did not come from somewhere. It's just we wipe the dust off the mirror, that's all. Suppose the mirror was a sentient mirror and it could experience, it knows it's a mirror. And I say, listen, I need to put some vinegar and some paper to wipe. You go, no, I'm going to lose. I'm going to lose something. And I said, but it's only dust. He said, no. Who will I be without my dust? Chip, chip, chip. Wow. I feel great. The person is an exaggeration, largely overrated. You imagine, but what will I do about my person, my individuality, and so on. Yes, when that's all wiped, your individuality is still there. Your powers of discernment is still there because consciousness put them there. But now they don't have a bad landlord. Anything less would mean that God is limited. Now you begin to see from the truer place within yourself. Your senses are still present. Your mind and ability, the intelligence is still there. The people you know you will still recognize, but free from your own contamination. It is as simple as this.